Rico, you gotta be.
Y'all messed up my thumbnail, bro.
You didn't mess up shit.
Well, let's see.
Did you pop your collar? I'm done.
If Rico went to your house,
If it's
and there was
Rico,
food.
of course he's getting a paper plate.
The thing is that if somebody just goes and buys you a bag, I think you've probably expressed that you like bags.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, why would they even buy that? 'Cause
You know, all the other possible routes that you could take in your life, and you start to dive into these things, like they don't call this the trap for no reason. It's called the trap because you're trapped.
This is emotional terrorism. So an emotional terrorist.
That's her.
So basically, an emotional terrorist is basically a bully. And I'm gonna give you guys the breakdown. So for example, let's just say you were messing with somebody and you haven't spoken to the person in 7-8 months. And you like, let me just text the person just cause. You text them. Within less than 5 seconds, they text you right back. And then you just go ghost. You're like, whatever.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I would talk. Are you guys listening to the definition?
Because that's Aaron, bro.
Right? And they just go like, whatever. They don't text you. Or they just know they can fuck with you. They could do whatever they want. So when I was talking to Amanda,
No.
I was saying how
Not no
if
more.
somebody calls and cancels a date on you, and then you say the day of the date they cancel, and you like, oh, it's okay. Then they go on that date. They got such a one-up on you for the rest of that relationship. They basically, you're a yo-yo. They could do whatever they want, and it is a form of abuse.
it is.
So I'll read
I got
some.
really good at yo-yoing. I used to be able to throw tricks.
So Rico was sharing his experience that he has been emotionally terrorized
Stop. I
by
don't
a
wanna talk
woman
about
for
that.
a year that he did not hit. You should share that with the guys that are going through that.
I got
Let's hear that
emotion.
story.
I think it's important.
Yeah, you
For
gotta
people to
share that.
understand what.
All right, guys.
Yeah, because everybody thinking like you just knocking them down left and right.
Oh no, of course you can't listen. There's
there's
no
that.
baseball player who has hit every ball that was pitched. First of all, stop it, Amanda.
Okay, just
My batting average is like Babe Ruth's, okay? But at the same time, you will strike out. And the ones that you strike out with sometimes be the ones that you want the most because you're striking out. It's like every time you go up to bat, you strike
Try
out.
your best.
Yeah, like you start really trying. So then what ended up happening was, you know, the first time I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, you know what? She's playing around. I don't got time for this. So I just kept on, you know, resorted back to my roster. But then she'll pop back up like maybe a month, two later. I'm like, oh, wow. Hey,
What do you do? Do you get
what do
like
you-
friendly?
I get you, when it's a girl,
get
see, it
excited.
depends. Like, see, for me, in my situation, she was beautiful. Like, amongst my top 10% that I would have ever had experienced.
Were you intimidated by her?
Never. But you know what it was? She knew who I really was. She knows, she's like, he's not gonna take me serious. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna spread myself thin to him because I know he just wants to play. But I didn't want to play no more when 6 months in, I'm like, yo, we don't gotta play. Like, come on, you got me. Like, you got me. Like, well, we could work this out. So, yeah, she would just pop in and out for like a good year. And I would talk to her for like a week, 3 days, then she just disappeared. Then she'll pop back up months later. Hey, da-da-da-da.
You ready to go?
And I'm like, yo.
Be checking on you, like to see if you're okay. Maybe?
No,
I mean, but for
no,
what?
stop. Because this is what ended up happening, right? One day I was on the phone with her, and when I was on the phone with her, she said this. She said,
Might as well read it too while you at it. So it's
you're
all
right.
you know. Go ahead, Rico. My bad.
she said to me, I can't say it verbatim, I don't remember, but she said something along the lines of, I just want to see if I still have access to you when I hit you up.
That's when girls be like, I want to see if I still got it.
And
That's actually a little bold.
And that was like, I said, oh, that's when she lost all access. Because after that,
Why would you show your hand?
That's what I was saying. That's
Because-
very bold. 'cause
no,
that's girls' cards, but who's
she
gonna
didn't.
say
No,
that?
because the way I took it, when she already broke that down, she already was like, I'm done.
It turned you off when she said that?
Of course it turned me off. Because here's the thing. At that point in time, I'm like, all right, you won this battle, 100%. You won this battle.
You trying to one up now?
No, it's not one up. It's just that I don't want to play this.
Gotcha.
No, but there's
you're
people who be
losing.
having a grip
No,
on
because
you.
once I know that you see a person like that, what ends up happening is all you have to do is become inaccessible to them. And then once you become inaccessible to them, now the chase flips. Which
But how do you do that?
You just
Stop
got
answering your phone.
you got to treat them like the other buckets
Yeah.
that you typically have.
But how do you do that?
You have to take how you feel about that person and your desire for that person, and you really have to ignore it. And
I feel
once you
like-
ignore it, then you can treat them less than what they really should be treated as, which will make them work harder. Because for people that I believe when things come easy to a person, right, the game is no longer fun unless they can't get you.
Okay, so I know you're about to say something, Amanda, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say like it should be easy to like do the opposite since like he was striking out with her and whenever she would come around.
That wasn't striking out. She was just walking off.
That's what you said. You
All right.
said you were
I
striking
was-
out.
she
Those
was-
were your words.
All right, but like I want to change those words. I didn't strike out. She would just throw a pitch and then leave the game.
Anyways, whenever she would circle
All it
back
comes to an L.
2
Stop
months
it.
later and he would be like,
game never
oh,
finished.
blah, blah, blah. It just would be just as
But it
easy
be
to
like
not
that.
be like,
I was listening to
She's an emotional terrorist,
she is an emotional terrorist.
and it's okay because she got what she deserved.
But listen to this. I was listening to a Drake song. The song was like, "Come and see me once, come and see me." So in his verse in the song, he's like, "Why you gotta act up? You know, I'm coming to town. Cancel your plans. Take a day off. Basically, rearrange your life for me as I get there." And he's like, "You do it all the time. Why all of a sudden you don't want to do it?" But think about it. How many girls that live in Oklahoma that got Drake coming into town is like, we're going to hang out this weekend, is not going to cancel their boyfriend. They're not going to cancel everything they got going on. So is he an emotional terrorist? Is that some type of thing or control? Or is her desire for him that great that she's willing to do anything to be with him?
to me, I'm having a hard time grasping this emotional terrorist idea because I feel like there's an explanation for everything.
Okay.
Okay, because if she was always doing this, and something changed, somebody else got her attention. That's it.
Oh.
No.
I feel like if you're not doing what you used to do before, like there's something else you care more about than, you know, averting your schedule.
You know this
for
is
me.
8 at the table, so I don't want you to lie, Amanda,
Okay.
because you can't lie.
Yes,
I can, but go ahead.
I'm about to say she can and she will.
This is a yes and a no question.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask each one of you guys. Well, I don't want to ask Aaron that question because Aaron's married.
Thank you.
Me too.
You're not.
You're not married.
Damn near.
Is there
We don't wear our
someone?
rings.
Right.
Is there someone that could text you right now from your past that you were with that could make you
Don't
cancel
strike
plans? Yes or no?
Camera. Turn it off.
So that's yes. Okay. Now we gotta.
That better
So-
not be in it.
So we're
But
gonna.
what if you're a person that just responds to messages in general?
You know what?
Okay.
Aaron, stop.
I'm
Aaron,
gonna
you know
go
what
back
we're
and
saying.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll respond.
Aaron,
Don't walk on a
you
tight
know
line.
what we're saying. Now I gotta go back.
I'll respond
Now,
to a
is
text.
there somebody that you know you haven't spoken to in months, Amanda? If you text and say, let's do something tonight, they will cancel everything they got.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, you want to answer the question?
No, I'm just saying, like, there's always people like that.
No, yeah.
Like, always. No, I'm so...
There was always somebody on the
Yo,
bus
Aaron
stop.
is crazy.
I can literally name nobody.
Yeah, stop. Yeah.
She said nobody.
All right, Rico.
I like how she plays.
Drink.
Speaking of emotional terrorism,
Yeah.
is there, I don't know if we could use the word terrorism on YouTube, but we probably could.
Terrorism is such a strong
It is.
What
It
is called
I
that?
think that's why it's
Oh.
throwing me
But
off.
like,
That's what it's called, the
That's
definition of it.
Emotional manipulation. Can we go with that?
How about emotional
Abusers.
invade? What's it when you invade a country?
I like emotional terrorism. Wait. Why do you have a mask?
For real.
My allergies are killing me.
What the fuck is that supposed to do with your
Somebody
mask?
said when you wear you wear a mask
What?
in the car by yourself, it's like wearing a condom to sleep when you sleep alone.
Yeah, facts.
Yo, you taking shots at me right now?
No, that's how you know I love you. All right, so Rico, is
Such
there
a
someone-
liar, bro. Like,
Is there
what?
someone that real shit
That could text me right now?
be like, yo, I'm not doing nothing tonight, come through.
That I'm not doing nothing tonight. Come through.
She says I'm not doing nothing tonight, come through.
No. No. If
Okay,
she's not,
if that's the text, that's a little forward.
All right, maybe that text was. Look, I've been out the game forever.
if she texts me, I'm not doing nothing
no, she'd
tonight.
be like, all right. She'd be like, hey, just wanted to see if you were doing something tonight. I want to see you.
I'm gonna take it out, right?
It's chewing the hell out of it.
I'm sorry.
I'll be 100% honest with you. Would I want to do it?
Go to
Yes.
question again. It's just like a man that answered yes.
but
Well,
the
she had
a-
a drink.
But the answer is,
If she texts you, hey,
nah, I'm not doing
not
it.
sure what you're doing tonight, but I want to see you. Does somebody have that kind of power over you to be like, shit, let me go?
No. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
No.
That's fair.
Because first of all, I'm not going to.
I needed that same
like
context.
y'all gotta
actually.
understand. Like when you have a family, you can't just walk out the house like on some random. Like that's
That's
not
the point he's making. He's
that's
like
not-
somebody you
But
would
would
drop.
But I said, would I want to? I'm like, damn. What about Tuesday? And cause I can't do that right now. But at the same time, in all fairness, all the girls that I really like that much, I really don't care for anymore.
None.
Not really.
Did you really give up all these women for one person?
No, I've never given up anybody.
No, but I'm just saying, you lost interest or you always never had that much interest in them?
I've just, the thing is
Refocus.
yeah, my mind is not there. I'm like, I probably, if let's say, if something doesn't work out in my household, I could possibly double back, right? My mind would probably, go down that different lane. But right now, I'm so focused on being a parent and just giving, like,
All your attention to that.
yeah, like all my attention is how I'm gonna build my family. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even have the capacity right now to do that.
So that goes back to what Amanda said. If you are being terrorized, basically, I hate to using that word, by someone that know they got a grip on you, they're always fucking with you. Amanda says you got to get something else that takes your attention. And the first thing I thought about was another person, but the truth is, what's taking your
Responsibility.
attention? It could be your
something
family,
else, yeah.
it could be your business, it could be so many other things that you give your attention to.
See, you also gotta think too, and I know we don't like this word, but an emotional terrorist, if we actually use the word terrorist for what it is, will also destroy itself trying to destroy you.
Wow.
So these people that are like that don't care what you got going on, and they don't care what they got going on. They're willing to let both sides crumble to the bottom. So when you got something to lose, you will not really, like, when you see somebody or you identify somebody that's doing those types of things and that behavior, you're like, listen, I would love to go do that, but I'm not gonna destroy what I've built over here.
But they don't care. They just like, fuck it,
Yeah.
I just want to, I'm going to hit shorty up. I know
But you need
Now,
another
if they're
person
smart-
to engage, for that to actually
Yeah.
happen.
But you
Yeah.
could be hooked on somebody. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
yeah.
saying? You
Yep.
really could be hooked on somebody. What did they say? Men get pussy whipped and women get dickmatized.
I was hooked on somebody. One of my first best friends was a girl. Right? One of my, like, amongst, like, let's say, my first 4 or 5 best friends in my life, she was a girl. And I really liked her. So then we didn't end up doing anything till years later, right? But then even after we did something and we would stop talking, if she hit me up, I was jumping. Because we spent years being best friends too. But then if I hit her
You
up,
needed that connection
yeah, it was so much more than just sex.
because you wanted that connection. And the thing
Yeah.
is that the reason that Marie called me about this topic, Marie was like, yo, you really need to talk about this because this is what happened with Johnny Depp. Basically, allegedly, whatever. He won
I don't.
he won
Can we have
15
the
mil.
background? I don't really know what happened.
So supposedly with Johnny Depp, what she would do is she would terrorize him. She had no friends, no nothing, and he was her life. And mind you, that's Johnny Depp. He's a superstar. But imagine you got that kind of power over that guy, and she would do things to him, like just be like antagonize, said you're not even that good of an actor, like just shit to fuck with him, and she would just keep abusing him, and he needed her so bad. He needed that connection from her so bad. He needed that approval from her so bad that he allowed the abuse.
I think that some people like that also just. I have a friend who was in a relationship like that, and this is baby mother, and I hate that woman, right? And
This ant is so
I was
big.
looking at it too.
relating them to
Got Aaron going southern on us.
relating them to some people don't know how to feel. right? So,
What do you mean?
like, for example, there's people who only feel alive when they do thrill-seeking moments.
Bro.
So some people will only feel love if you are actually attacking them.
Oh, they need a feeling. But that
Yeah.
It's like that crazy stuff. You talk about this all the time about like you need like that like crazy passion.
You do. I
craziness,
believe
whatever.
that.
To know that somebody
yeah.
love you.
Right.
I don't want to say toxic.
Toxic. That's the word
But
you use.
that's what that is.
Did you see the movie Deep Water?
No.
That's what you say all the time.
Overused, but it's appropriate.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
appropriate in this situation.
My take on everything is always like this. I hate to say it like this, but I saw this on TikTok. This dude was like, I know we look down on crackheads, right? We think crackheads are the worst thing in the world. He's like, my uncle, not my uncle, but he's like, I know crackheads who like doing crack. They're like,
That's
this
just
is
what they like to do.
they love doing. Like, you judge them, but look at them. They stand up for what they do. What I'm saying is like a person who knows how to sex you the right way, touch you the right way, say the right words to you. They inject something inside of you. And the thing about it, it doesn't even have to be genuine. It could be all fake. They could do that for multiple people.
Yeah.
They could tell you how
I was a
beautiful you are. They like the touching, the lips, the attention. So
It's a skill.
It is a skill.
I've
And they know how to grasp that, and they could use it and abuse it.
Take over.
And a lot of times is they'll say, "Oh shit, you know what? I got other shit going on now. I'm moving over to fucking California. I can't be fucking with you right now. So I'm gonna be in Cali." Then a year passed by. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And your whole fucking body reacts. Wow.
That's a bit much.
No, it's not. It's not far
That's a
fetched.
bit much.
I got a couple in my life that does that, but I just got to maintain and hold it together. So shout out to Ben Affleck, right? Have y'all seen the movie Deep Water on Amazon? Bro, it's good, but like,
Is it old?
no, it's this year. It made my skin crawl because I couldn't fathom living in that type of atmosphere. So for those of you that didn't watch it, not to spoil it, basically he was married to a woman who would disrespect him in all types of ways by sleeping with other men. But then she would bring him to like his business parties, but they were always her friend. But everybody's like, yo, we know she's sleeping with this guy, right?
Why should bring another guy to her?
Because he was okay with it, but he wasn't.
Wait.
So then what ended up happening is, damn, I'm gonna spoil the movie.
How was he, or what was he, or
Movie
was he
spoiler.
not?
He was okay with, like, he would invite him to dinner at his house.
And he knew.
And he knew, yeah. She would tell him. She would be like, this is my new friend. Like, I'm like, yo, this girl got some cojones, right? And then he would cook for all three of them. And I'd be like, yo, what's wrong with him? And then he would kill him.
Oh, wow.
What do you mean he'll kill him?
Like, after a
He was a
while.
murderer.
After a while, he would kill him.
So that's where he got his.
But she knew he was killing him.
So they
she
were
was
working
feeding
together.
Because they were all dying.
She said to
Oh
me.
my God.
Not to me. She said to him. Time out, guys. She said to him, I know you love me because you'll kill for me. And there was a sick, like, if you watch the relationship, it's crazy.
I would watch
it,
But it
even
makes
though
sense. But
he's
that's an
told
emotional
whatever.
terrorist on both ends.
100%. And this is what we're trying to say, Aaron.
I'm getting terror out of that situation. I'm getting terror.
Yeah. Okay. Look, you have people
It's a
who
really good
have
movie,
you have people who have same sex relationships. You have people who have poly relationships. You have people who have open relationships, and that's usually the broad relationships that we all know of, right? But nobody want to say how I used to see when I was a kid, like older people in their 60s. I fucking hate you. I hate you. They hate each other every fucking day.
My great grandma.
But they're always together and they're always in love. So it's just like,
That's my great grandma.
do we, and Marie, you're right here. Do we underestimate some of this shit? Because when one of the first things I ever read was codependency with, I didn't know what codependency was. I was like, the fuck is codependency? And then it was like, I thought it was something associated with alcoholism, alcoholics. And I was like, dang, codependency. Codependency is basically you're codependent, you're dependent. So codependency started because alcoholics in relation, no, it wasn't the alcoholic. The codependent was the spouse. That was the enabler.
Oh, so they weren't
The caretaker
drunkards.
needed you to be fucked up. needed you to be drunk.
That's how I felt
needed you to
before, yeah.
always be in a situation where they could save you.
Yeah.
So when you broke up with them, they didn't get in
need you.
another healthy relationship because they needed another person to save.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the people on My 600-Pound Life. Yeah.
I never
Right?
seen that because I can't get through that. No disrespect, but I just can't.
But it's but
I don't know how to use the bathroom.
Facts.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
word.
want to respond. I literally a response came here, but I'm not gonna say it.
I don't.
But I think it's literally the exact. I watch the show a lot. It's literally the exact same thing that you're talking about. Yeah. Like the exact same
excited.
thing.
I got something going on.
And people don't understand how they could be in manipulative codependency relationships because the person does everything that you need. You know, and then you're
That's
like,
sick.
imagine, like, I know a person, an older person in Brooklyn in my family who left his wife, and his wife is a codependent. She took care of that man. Yo, he came home, dinner was ready, it was hot and ready. But she needed him, and that was their dynamic. He left her. The next girl was like, fuck wrong with you? You better go get your shit in the microwave. And he didn't know how to deal with that because she didn't need him. She was like, I don't need you. I'm not a codependent.
Nah, she's disrespectful. There's a big difference.
Not really.
That's not really disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. Don't you ever tell me to go in the
But
microwave.
I can
Get a frozen
see I
food.
can see a man.
wrong
No.
with
She's saying go
That's-
warm up
go
the
warm
food
up
that I
your
cooked.
food.
Go warm up the food that was cooked.
In the microwave. She didn't serve him. That was just not something.
Yo,
she
you
served
know,
him.
I could see a man coming from a relationship like that, expecting that from the next one.
yo,
Yeah,
because
thinking it's normal.
yo, can I tell y'all what's reality? I don't care. It's not normal. It's reality.
Okay, let's hear it.
Right? I had a girlfriend, and yo, I'll never forget this day. Either her or her mom cooked, right? And they used to eat off like paper or plastic or styrofoam plates, but the man of the house or the man in the house always ate on glass plates. So by accident, she went to give me a styrofoam plate, but I ain't know no better. I went to go take it, and her mom was like, no. And then she told her, don't you ever do that. Go get the real plates. He's a real man. You feed him the real way.
Or the Hispanic.
Yes. So then I never ate off a paper plate again. You know what I'm saying? Since then. So then after that relationship ended, a year or some odd change later, I get into a new relationship, and she tried to, I went to her mom's house, right? Where we had a whole dinner, and she tried to give me a paper plate. And I looked at this shit like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm not gonna lie. I
But
would,
wait,
I would feel
but wait,
disrespected
but
too.
wait.
Don't serve me on no paper or
But
plastic.
wait, right?
wrong?
But
I
then
don't eat off of that.
her mom had to correct her.
She did.
Her mom corrected her. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. She's like, I never really had a man that I was serving before.
What is so wrong?
I just want to know what's wrong with y'all.
I'm just trying, like,
So, Amanda, you bring paper plates?
I don't serve nobody. Okay?
Speak on it.
okay.
I'm
You serve
the
yourself.
servee. I'm the servee. Okay?
You're the servee.
Fair.
Okay? But it's like, okay, kudos to the mom for correcting her. All right?
Shout
Because
them out.
Especially if that's their thing.
Love them still.
But I think that is I don't want to say old school, but I don't really know if that's being taught in this generation. But my mom does not serve my dad paper plates, even if we eating on paper plates. I don't give a fuck about eating on no paper plate because I'm not washing the dishes. I'm gonna eat on the paper plate. All right, and if I'm giving somebody else food,
You're gonna give me a paper plate?
I just. Even if I do though, right? Even if I'm
gonna
not
give me a-
thinking
Rico
too
went
hard
to your
about it.
house. If Rico went to your house,
If it's
and there was
Rico,
food.
of course he's getting a paper plate.
You know, Amanda.
Like if it's
I used to
my
like
person,
you.
if it's my person, you're serving your person, then don't give them the paper plate. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just having company, I'm not. I don't know. Is that a thing?
I'm gonna
Like
be honest.
Well, maybe company might be
You gonna
different
eat off what I
depending.
eat off of. So if I eat off of some
That's-
china or a glass plate, then you can eat off of china.
That's what I'm saying.
But
If
I'm not
my
about
house-
to give myself a paper or a plastic or a disgusting styrofoam plate and give you china.
Well, I mean, you have the option. It's your choice. It's your world for you.
I don't
No,
know.
But
but
even,
I'm saying, like,
but
I'm
what-
kind of like
why were they eating off of
flabbergasted
paper?
at Rico's
Because maybe
reaction.
they didn't. But what I'm saying is, I wasn't saying that they're eating as on paper to make it less than. But that's because that was their choice. But no matter what your choice is, you can never affect the others.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
But I
Because if
have
daddy
a whole,
don't eat off of paper, then he don't eat off of paper.
I got a
Okay,
whole
but
theory.
hold
And
on.
that, yo, and
Hold
her,
on,
their
I wanna
parents,
ask
the
Rico.
dad in that house was a boss. I fuck with him.
As he should be.
He was a boss dude. Like he would come in, everything was cooked, clean, boom. He said, "How you doing?" But how you
So-
doing? Like,
Rico.
Yeah.
Before her mom corrected her in, giving you a, regular plate, have you ever been served? Like, is that anything that ever crossed your mind before that happened?
no, but like here's the thing. No, right? Because whenever we did eat, we always both ate on glass plates. You know what I'm saying? Because when we ate, we usually ate together when we were eating there, right? But when that moment happened, like that was the first time in my mind, because usually when all right, guys, this is gonna make me proud. What would happen is, since we want to get into it, I would pull up. Whenever I pull up, she most likely had already eaten, and my food was either hot and ready when I got to the house, and it was hot and ready on a glass plate. If not, we ate together, right? So when that moment, I was there for the whole cooking process. I was already there. So then when she just tried to feed herself on a paper plate and then tried to put another paper plate in my hand, no, it never crossed my mind because I never had somebody correct it. And I was, 24 years old, 23? So at that point, from that point on,
Look at Aaron's
I'm not
face.
going
no,
back.
so that I just want to know if that was your first instance with that happening, why would you then look disgusted at someone trying to give you a paper plate, because now
Yeah.
you're expecting it. Now you have some kind of expectancy of a glass plate.
So let me ask you a question. If a guy takes you out on a very expensive date on the first time, would you not have an expectancy, or the bar has been set high enough for you to maintain a certain standard for the type of dates that you want to go on?
I get where you're
So
going
now-
with this.
so-
But if it was the same girl and at a later date she tries to give you a paper plate, I would understand you looking at her like, bitch, you know what the fuck is up. But if it was a whole different girl and it's like,
You know what that tells me?
expect the treatment.
Yes, I can. Because first of all, how you treat me initially is gonna tell me what you think of me, and it's gonna tell me where we're going. So if you treat me as if I'm disposable, like a paper plate, right? Then I already know that I'm kind of disposable to you. But if you treat me with the utmost respect, now I know that you're actually more interested in me. And we're talking about if we're in
Can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
So what if that
I gotta start
woman,
thinking hard about plates.
what if that woman
Yeah.
is in fact eating on a Chinette, like the nice paper plates, or
Or
whatever.
just a glass plate,
Don't
whatever.
serve her no paper plate.
No, but no, that's what I'm
Wait, a
asking.
barbecue?
No, that's what I'm asking. If she's
That's
eating
my
on
vision.
if she's
Yeah.
eating on paper,
In a house?
people do it. I don't. So I don't particularly get it, but people do it. They eat on paper in their homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if she's eating on a plastic or paper plate in the house, and then she serves that to you, the same thing she's eating on, is that a problem?
Yes, it is a problem. Now it is a problem.
Oh, okay.
There is no reason why I should never have a regular glass plate. I'm not saying it has to be the nicest china. I'm not saying it has, you know what I'm saying? But do not serve me on a paper or plastic plate. Whatever you decide to serve yourself on, that's different.
Do you
Right.
make that expectation known up front?
I was just gonna
No,
say, how
I mean,
do you then tell
no,
someone?
Yeah,
honestly,
How do you
I don't want that
express
plate.
that?
honestly, I'll be honest. It only happened one time after that bar or that standard was set. It only happened one time. Only one time where I got another paper plate, and that time was corrected by that woman's mother. So what happened for me is I don't have to actually correct anybody, and I don't think that I'm finding women. Well, the woman that I have a baby with, I never got a paper plate from her, and I never had this conversation with her.
And when you guys look at it this way, right? When we're talking about this is what I'm getting from this conversation.
If we were at a barbecue, it's different.
Barbecues.
But in my
I was about to
house,
say, niggas gotta run
cookout is
inside
different.
for a real plate at a barbecue.
No, not a cookout. Cookout. Of
don't
course
cook
not.
inside this house and give me a paper plate.
Picnic, we outside. It's a little bit different, but
What?
No, I'm just saying.
Aaron, I want to connect this. I want to connect this conversation.
Do I look confused?
Yeah, I want to connect. I want to connect this conversation. Right. Here's what I'm saying. There's a lot of we have lowered our standards
Yeah.
so much
Everybody.
that you are so easily a prey to be emotionally abused. So think about it. A woman at 29 years old never had a man in her life open the door for her. Never had a man walked and opened the door. Never had a man do all these things. Then you got this narcissist, abuser, who understands how to do these things. You're an easy prey.
Oh yeah.
Easy target.
The
Yep.
reason why you're an easy prey is not because you're not a good woman, not because you're not beautiful, not because you're not smart. You just don't know no better.
Yeah.
You allow paper plates to be served to you. So you don't know nothing. So when it happens to you, the person is like, you ain't gonna get this nowhere else. You ain't gonna get nobody to treat you like this nowhere else. And then what you don't even understand is that's the standard.
Yep.
I have a question. So is that abuse, or is that just
You're just prey to being abused.
Yeah.
No, because I was literally like, life is so fucking confusing because
It's very simple.
no, because it's like
Very simple.
if you're that girl at 29 who hasn't had any of this done for her, and then gets it, and then she thinks like, oh my gosh, like I found a good guy, or
man.
like a the perfect person, the perfect partner, and he's just a narcissist.
No, he's not a narcissist, but it's such a power shift, right? Because it's so rare. And this is why a lot of these men can abuse those positions, and a lot of the women too. So let's just say if there's a woman who is on Instagram and she's beautiful and she give this guy play, she give him the time of day,
He never had no beauty.
and he never had that before, and she kind of abuse him, use him for his money, plays with his head, do everything, because
makes it so much
What-
easier?
because
do
the
that,
standard, the standard,
And that's
had-
what's happening right now.
the standard from being popular and beautiful and having this body supersedes someone treating you with respect. The standard of being respected is so low that for men, they don't even need to be respected as long as it looks good what they're doing or how they're moving.
So they need to choose better, right?
No, they don't.
I actually
But they
had a friend
can't
like
choose.
this.
They
This is making
put
sense.
themselves in positions where they could be disrespected. They put themselves in positions where they could be abused because the standards are low. So if Rico walks in the room, let's say it's me and SO, and Rico walks in the room with a woman, and we all chilling, we got our girls with us, we hanging out. And I'm like, yo, Rico, man, I'm out of here. SO's like, yo, I'm out of here, party's done. And Rico's girl's like, oh, all right, guys, y'all could go. I'm going to stay here and party.
Absolutely. Don't nut Rico's girl. Oliver's girl. Oliver's
Don't.
girl.
Oliver's not here.
Oliver's not
or
here to
Oliver-
This is an analogy, guys.
SO's not here to defend himself.
yeah.
But the point of what I'm saying
Don't
is
do
like,
him.
Right.
the point of what I'm
Oliver's
saying
not
is
here.
like,
He'd be like, it's okay. It's duality.
No.
if respect standards were maintained among men, as soon as these type of behaviors even showed their head,
It's so.
no matter how bad she is,
Yo.
how many followers she got, no matter how many threesomes she give you, you like, I'm not bitch, but I'm like, you
But
like,
Alan, all this sounds like is that man needs to choose better, right?
it's not.
No,
It's the
both
same thing with the
people.
woman.
has
You
nothing to do
are
with the
choosing.
No.
You're choosing better from the low standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Everybody is choosing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the power you're choosing from is the lowest of the standards.
Exactly.
You got to
Wait,
understand
so why
put it
don't
like
you
this.
choose from the higher
The
pile?
problem is they
because
don't
you
know.
don't because you okay with taking a paper plate.
Right. But no. I'm just trying to understand
no.
something. See, a lot of times when like women are being bashed, it's always choose better. Don't choose Pookie and Ray Ray, this, that, and the other. Because they keep choosing down here, right? We can agree on that. They keep choosing down
No,
here.
they don't choose down there because that's what I'm trying to say. A woman choose down there, and down there he could be a millionaire, but he has no respect for you. He doesn't admire you
Or himself.
See, you thinking up and down in terms of finance and status.
No, I'm not.
It's about what are the standards for a relationship. You need somebody to love you.
I'm not talking about money at all.
So, but what I'm saying is,
what's
you need
Pookie
somebody
and
to
Ray Ray
love
have?
you, right? Think about this.
Who is that?
You need Pookie and Ray Ray.
I don't know.
Somebody needs to do a show called Pookie and Ray Ray.
Yo, Trey, we saying it right now here. We Pookie and Ray Ray, do not steal our shit. Pookie and Ray Ray.
Wait, I thought that was from a show or something.
No, but you don't know who Pookie and Ray Ray is?
Pookie Ray Ray's like the
I
bottom
swear.
of the bottom.
It's
Pookie
like
Ray
how
Ray
when-
borrows your car and don't
Yeah.
bring it back.
It's like Keisha.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just
Pookie
gonna
Ray Ray
say that, but I didn't want to say it.
Fictional name.
I didn't want to say
As
it.
long as we understand, we here with it. We
I thought
here
it was
with
an old show or something.
Shout out to all Keishas.
That's why I didn't want to say Keisha, because I
Nah.
think Pookie and Ray Ray is actually worse than Keisha.
So-
Why? Because they're a guy.
Not to
no,
sound, not
You
to
know how
sound-
many bad Keishas there are?
No, but it's not because it's a guy.
a dude, let's say,
Keisha's
no disrespect to anybody who's
Keisha and Pookie
worked
are
hard
both.
to be in sports, but let's say a dude, he just got drafted to the NFL, he's doing well for himself, and he bags a girl, but he's a scumbag. He's not a good person, period. He's not a good human. And I'm not saying that about sports players. I'm just using that as an example. Or he's a CEO, or he's an executive. He's just doing well. But your standards has been, let me stabilize myself with this person. And you can have a man like, yo, I respect you. I'm not soft. I'm not weak. Ain't nobody pulling up on me. I'm a man's man, but I don't have that. I'm not in that position. I'm in a position to treat you like a woman. I'm in a position to take care of you, and I'm in a position to protect you. Maybe not to the standards that he can, but I could do that. But you don't understand the standards of that. So the standards are so low that it's okay to get treated bad by somebody who's rich than to be treated by good by somebody who's a solid man.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. The blurred lines of the standards are so bad that now emotional abuse kicks right in because that guy, that CEO or that ball player, the emotional abuse is not going to be no joke. And you're open to it, or not you, but a woman will be more open to it, and a guy will be more open to it because your standards are low. It just looks high. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That's why guys be simping. That's what a simp is.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, let me not bring that.
Why not?
Bring
You
it up.
bring it
Speak
up.
your facts, Amanda.
No, well, I'm just saying, for somebody with low standards and they're going to talk to, the Instagram baddies and the models or people that
only
they
cost
know are
$7,500.
usually out of their league because, they got the opportunity, but they know that, they're there for a good time, not a long time. Those are that kind of type, the Simps that we save this day.
Really, the simps are like the ones who can never get a pretty woman, but now women have lessened their standards. Not
No,
all.
but when they get the opportunity, it's opportunistic for that woman to be
yeah.
talking.
No, I agree. But I'm saying the problem is it's really
I just
it's
love a
really
question.
some women have lowered their standards so much where they're able to be bought by men that don't know standards
That have no standards.
and have no
If you
standards.
serve him a paper plate,
He's gonna say okay.
They be like, good.
If you
I'm
give him a hot
hungry.
pocket,
hungry.
it's all right.
He's happy. He's like, I'm happy for this meal. Thank you. No
Yeah.
one's ever given me a meal, which is fair.
Look, no, some men be like, at least you tried, and that's not good enough. I'm like, at least you tried is not good enough when we're adults.
there's millions of things that are really, really bad. Like child hunger is a fucked up thing.
I think that-
So then, racism, segregation. I mean, not segregation, discrimination. Then you could go into that. Then you could talk
I was
about
to say, where they segregating us at?
not segregation. Well, it's fake segregation.
Have you ever been to Australia? This world is very big, all right? There's different. It's different everywhere.
But there's so much shit going on. You got to figure out which one you want to tackle. Like if you,
Yes.
do you guys know that? How many? I didn't even know this shit. You know how many seniors over 65 live in poverty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine living
They're
in
all
Well,
they're in
I feel
LA
like in New York.
on Skid
No,
Row.
it's every no. It's
living over
everywhere.
65, like
They're in
they eat
Skid
cat
Row.
food.
Have you been to Skid
Skid
Row?
Row is actually disgusting.
Have you been
Oh,
to
I've
Skid
been to
Row?
Skid Row.
Have you been?
I've seen it. It's-
How many of them
it's
do you
like
think are
15
over
blocks.
60? They're over. A lot of them are over
No,
60.
but like, so I can look up the statistics, but like people are generally, you fall into poverty as you age because you know, loss of income because you're not working age anymore, loss of income, and no one can survive on Social Security alone.
Facts.
And you had to have had
And that's so
legitimate
crazy.
jobs that were
and-
taking out taxes and stuff to have Social Security.
I be like, yo, I say to myself, by myself, yo, hey, just take it easy so you don't sound like you hating on people. I just be like, yo, you fucking up your good years, your get money years.
Yeah.
You gonna be in fucking yo.
I gotta go hard right now.
Not to talk shit. I closed my first real estate deal. I was 22. So
Not average.
you understand what I'm saying?
22
to you?
hours definitely not there.
So and the thing about it is,
Wanted to.
no,
I
but
didn't-
couldn't.
I didn't
you
even,
have to
For real,
understand.
I didn't even care.
Even though
Whatever happens, happens.
I go through a lot of ups and downs, and I bounce back and I become stronger over time. It's never easy. It's really, really difficult. It's really, really hard. But when people come up to me and they be like, yo, I'm going to do that too. I be like, damn, I kind of been boxing for 25 years. I know the hits. I know the thing. Like, there's certain things that happen to me. If it happens to somebody, they will break apart.
Yep.
Like, they will fall apart and melt. And the only reason is because I did it in my young years. So by the time I'm 45 years old, I'm 45, some shit don't.
It's
like-
easier to take the
like-
loss now because you already
what?
been there.
I lost 110. Damn. All right. All right, Yum, let's go to dinner. Like, I think about this shit in the morning. You understand?
Yeah, I gotta
it's
get
just
You
like,
know what? My father-in-law always said the same thing. It could be a terrible day at work. I mean, like, bakery shut down. Like, nothing is being made. And he'll be like, tomorrow's another day.
and that's it.
Yo, that puts that
But
shit into perspective.
It builds from young.
Yeah.
So I don't want to come across like I be telling people, just handle your business younger.
Tired of
So yeah,
tomorrows.
if you were looking for shit, yeah, senior poverty is a fucked up thing.
It's a real thing.
Income inequality, another fucked up thing.
You know what's the crazy thing?
So there's so much shit. So there's never one thing.
You know what I realized? People think $1 million is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's not.
If you don't touch it.
If you don't touch it, right? So
It is, but it
Or
isn't.
if you-
no, but if you
invest it.
think about it, right? This is gonna touch on everything that we're talking about. You make $1 million. You actually make about $1.5 million in your 20 to 25 year span of working. But if you make
Oh, yeah.
$50,000 for 25 years, how much money is that?
50,000, 25 years,
I'm not
that's
good.
1.25.
Oh, math like that.
So you make $1 million in your work time. You work for 25 years.
Oh, shit.
You make $1 million, and then you end up having senior poverty. Once you hit 65, $1 million is not enough.
And the,
Well, but there's so many variables to think about. Like you have
Yeah.
people who simply don't have money management skills. You have people who don't know how to live.
It's just
at
the cost
where
of
they are.
living.
I
It doesn't
don't-
even matter.
Nah, Aaron, I ain't gonna give you that. I'm gonna tell you why I ain't gonna give you
What?
that. I want people to think like, yo, you're gonna look nuts if you're in the club at 40. You look crazy. Unless you got sections and bottles. I know you're 21 years old, you looking good. You're 22, you're gonna look crazy.
But I'm not
So
talking about being
do something
outside.
with them years.
Yeah.
Like
No,
all
yeah,
you gotta
but
do
it's-
is like do something with them. Do something with that time. Because then an emotional terrorist will come for you.
It's easy.
It's easy to be abused.
You're vulnerable, yeah.
Bro, you're 35
need
years
me.
old. You ain't got shit going on for yourself.
I mean, but
You on standby.
Alan, now
You on
If you don't-
standby?
If you don't have, and a lot of 35-year-olds do got shit going on for themselves.
if you find
You on
yourself in
standby?
that position at that age, then we're just gonna put you in that corner and say you just have a very questionable judgment, and we just need not talk about.
But if
that.
you watch 8 at the Table, watch 8 at the Table.
What?
I
Aaron,
promise
they
you,
can't
if
give
you
me
watch
that
8
out.
at the Table and you loyally watch 8 at the Table, you gonna have a good life. Because we're gonna tell you shit that you need to fucking know.
That's true.
Just watch this show and watch your life change. Watch this show and watch your life change. And I'm not saying that just
Alan
to be
is gonna
saying it.
guarantee it.
Yep. a purchase.
Aaron's signature.
So keep watching.
I'm gonna guarantee it with Aaron's signature.
Take that high.
But what I'm saying is, you got to think about it, right? If you all three of you guys are CEOs, somebody comes in for a job. Somebody's 25 years old, 26 years old, and somebody's 55 years old interviewing for the same job. It's age discrimination, yes. No ageism, yes. But come on. How many people gonna hire a 55-year-old?
I'm gonna be honest. It really depends on the job.
If it's Apple, they will. I watched it happen.
That's like not a C level job. No C
doesn't
suite.
seem that old though.
A C suite.
No.
55?
You expect that
Yeah.
on a C level.
Not even C-suite, but like
don't know, only
like
'cause I guess my mom's about to be
mid-management.
50,
You know what I mean?
55,
Because
doesn't
you got to think about it.
seem too
You
old.
have at 50. Well, we're not gonna say you will, but you are more likely to have a lot more work experiences that are valuable to my company, that are valuable to my P&L, that are valuable to the overall picture.
No way, no.
Richer than I.
What you did in your 20s is way different.
Because we're so young, and we thought they knew shit.
And they don't know
Them,
shit.
I hate to use that word. Them ain't know
You talking
nothing.
about the old people?
Bro, who used to hire them?
They don't know anything.
I would
Have
think
the
that
dopest resume.
Yo, the 25-year-old, I'd be like, I don't know.
A life.
It's not for nothing.
These
What
Gen
is
Z,
this?
But why didn't you go for the middle?
They're gonna
age
be better.
people?
Because we thought they would know more if they're 60.
And 10 years from now,
But they
I'd
wore
rather.
good suits. That's all they really did.
I mean, I would think that they would.
You only
invest all
need.
the soup
Steve
all
Harvey
those
said
years.
you only need 5 suits, and he broke down the colors, and then you have I think 180 different
he
outfits.
sure did.
You need 5
He
good
gave the
suits.
shirt colors too.
5 good suits with the inside with what 3 shirt colors,
Yeah.
and you have over 180, I think it was, different outfits with that
We
combination.
learned that in biology. You know,
Probability.
it's like where that
It's like
that
blue
square
suits,
thing.
black suits. I didn't see
It
it.
gives
Yep.
you all the
Blue
Blue,
different.
black,
What is it called?
white shirt, blue
Navy
shirt.
blue, black,
A light blue shirt.
yeah, light blue, yeah.
The shirt.
Cream. It was a cream shirt
I
too.
got all of that. I ran that whole circus already. Coming up, just trying to figure it out. With
I ain't doing
no
no
instruction. That's why we hired that 60-year-old.
Cause he wear good suits.
So like,
He had the Steve Harvey
hired
in
a
him.
bunch of
He
them.
gotta be good. He got a good suit on.
I'm like, dang, you got a good
Not.
suit.
Wait, you didn't give him the. Okay, so I'll say this.
How you know?
a lot
Who
of
was even
companies-
30 yet?
You know, a lot of companies for jobs these days, and my current employer did this, and it was probably one of the best hiring experiences that I've had, and it also helped both parties decide that they were good for me and I was good for them. They gave me like a test. Like, this is something that's gonna actually come into you on your
You're
desk.
very young though. That's different. You're very young.
No, but what I'm saying is that I think that like the way you figure out if somebody is a good fit these days is just different from what it was 20 years ago. Like, I don't
Okay.
think
Okay, I get that. Yeah.
you know.
I agree, but let me ask you a question. And is this?
I'm
no
giving
This
tests.
is no judgment, Amanda. I'm
no
asking.
judgment.
Amanda, I'm asking you a question. No, I'm gonna ask you a question.
No,
Because
he gonna judge you.
No, okay. In your experience, you're young. You're 24, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Are you?
Oh, thanks for.
I remember when you were like 20 years old.
You don't.
All right,
said,
everybody.
"Oh, hey,
This is a
girl."
picture of Amanda.
I was
All right.
22. I remember.
You were 22?
I went through 2 birthdays already since I've been here. I was 22.
Okay.
Well, you had just turned 22 then.
No,
When did you cast?
I don't remember. No.
It wasn't June.
I was. No, I turned 22 and I started in January.
2020. Are you drunk? No. Stop capping.
Yeah, it had to be before the pandemic. It was definitely.
No, yes, it was right before the pandemic.
It was way before the pandemic.
Not way before.
Lonnie's about to pull out receipts.
2019.
Okay, can
That's
I
what
pull
I'm
out my
saying. It was-
Instagram archives?
Not the archive.
Archives. Archives.
Amanda Archives.
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 Hey, you took a shot at Rico.
Not the archive.
She's 22.
Right. 20, I think she was 20 because she had to be 21 at least. Because it's gonna come off judgy no matter what I do.
Come off, Judgy.
Right? No matter what I do, it's gonna come off judgy. We want you to do good in life. We want you to do good.
but
Eat
you
at the
are.
table. If you do good in a relationship, you're gonna do good in
But
life.
in a good way.
I
I
am a
always say
little.
people do what they
Keep
do.
your peace. Keep yourself together.
little, though.
You're gonna have a good life. All right. Here's the question.
You came in
because
late.
from your world,
They're back.
being 24, right? And if someone, let's say, is
So wait, is she about to be 25 in
I
2
will
weeks?
be. Uh-huh.
You can just say 25.
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
true.
young.
all right, being your age, if someone, a woman, is let's say a stripper or she's living the fast life, she's with a scammer, she's doing her thing, right? But she's living that fast life. What do you think happens to her in her life after she turns 50? If she has no skills.
She's doing the same thing.
Well,
No,
to
she
be honest,
ran through it for 20, 25 years. Is that a bad question?
that's not a bad question, but I don't ever feel like these kind of questions are like they don't got a straight line, because that doesn't mean that she don't have no skill. She's just not applying it because
Where did she get the skills from?
I don't know, whatever.
Because to be an electrician, you got to go to school. To be a lawyer, you got to go to.
Yeah, but to be. But
No, but you
Well,
need
lawyers
a
are fucking
skill
scammers.
to make
Yeah,
money
but
in life.
even if it's something that she just does well, that
What's it
well,
like?
what?
well, my
Lawyers are
point
fucking
point
scammers.
is
You have a skill.
just because
What do you do?
exactly,
What-
and I
what's
didn't go
your
to
skill?
school to learn the
But-
skill.
but
I
you-
bake.
And how long
and-
you been baking?
I've been baking for a long time.
What's a long time?
Oh, maybe like 8 years.
Would you say that's a skill?
It is a skill.
Would you say that when you're 50 years old, if anything else in life, you could always bake cakes to earn a living?
Correct.
So you pretty much secured your future no matter what,
Okay, I guess so.
right? Because you have a
Skill.
That's what I'm asking.
Okay, but your description of this girl right now living the fast life, that's just her opt out to live this fast life. That doesn't mean that just means she's not applying her skill because
But what skills does she have?
What the fuck are you?
no, but I'm
Wait, can I?
Because keeping a
I'm
man
just
is a
saying,
skill.
Wait,
in your
can I break
description-
this
Bagging
down?
a rich
in your
man is a
description,
skill.
you never said she
Really?
does not have a skill. She's
That-
just not applying her skill because she has guys to pay for everything for her. She's living that fast life. She's being a stripper because maybe that's
So
just
she's
fast
skilled in
money.
that.
No, but that's just fast
But I
money
say
for
you
her.
just
skilled in
when,
nothing.
You know, when you get to a certain age, shit like that don't fly. They not hiring you at the strip club once you're, I don't even know how old you
You
gotta
can
be
say
to.
it.
Amanda, do you know that?
Yeah.
Like we need to be realistic.
No, I'm being,
Because-
no, I'm being
No, you're not
realistic.
because
No, hold
No,
on.
no, I'm
because
dead ass. I'm being.
because-
You're really not.
No, yes, I
Listen,
am
y'all-
because I'm
y'all-
saying,
You need a skill in life.
and that doesn't mean that they don't have a skill.
It does.
They're probably
Wait,
just
yo,
going
listen,
through
can I
a
break this
phase
down? Hey, wait,
of
yo,
going
wait.
through this fast life, and
I
when
wanna
that
break
when
this
they
down.
get to the age where they cannot do this anymore, where they're not gonna have scammers, when they can't be in the strip club anymore, and they have to use, you know, real life. Maybe that's when they'll apply it. But I don't think that that's like their life.
I
Like,
wanna
that's what
know.
they're gonna be depending on up until 50 years
I
old.
want to clear this up. I want to make this easier to digest. So we're talking about people who live like a street life, right? Like something you pick up. You didn't go to school for it.
The fast life.
All right, I'll give you a
Someone-
perfect
you
example.
didn't have an
One of my
apprenticeship
very
for
close
it.
friends, very, very, very close friends, was a dope boy.
That was
And
exactly
he
where I
was
was going.
making
exactly where I was going.
dumb money. I'm talking about, I don't even want to use the word retarded. That's how crazy his money. Like, he was making dumb money. He was 24 years old. In and out of jail, shot a couple times, regular stuff in that business.
For that life.
34 years old. I was like, bro, now you're in your 30s. You might want to leave that shit alone. Get into real estate, develop a skill, develop investment skills, develop this, develop that. He just didn't see it. So as he gotten older, he's now more calm. Now he's like, he left all that alone and he's legit and he's trying to go into the world. And it's just like,
cost him
hey,
everything.
what can I do in the world?
But listen, wouldn't you say
Can't.
a successful drug dealer, you have to have some sort of business sense to be able to
Tremendous.
Bro,
right? So
that's
I'm
what I'm
saying, so you
saying.
have
I
a
don't-
skill. So the thing is that you picked it up on the streets. You picked it up from somebody who passed it down to you, just like somebody passes it down to her to know how to bake or to know how to be an electrician. Because you don't necessarily go to school to be an electrician. You have an apprenticeship.
The realistic thing is there's a lot of dudes who are old now that were drug dealers. Back when they're in their youthful
in the
days,
90s, back
they
in the
still
80s.
selling drugs or they're lost in the sauce because they don't know which way to go. You know how hard it is to transition from fast money to slow money?
No, I
I
agree with
never
you're saying.
thought about that.
You know how hard it is to transition from fast money to slow money? When you're outside and you're getting money like this, every day you get $10,000, $15,000, $5,000 on a day, and now you gotta go ahead and put an investment in and wait 6 months for your return? Everybody that I hear always says, bro, this takes too long, and you don't develop patience for your skills. Now, with the women that are outside, that are used to finessing, they're used to pulling, they're getting what they want right now.
It's the fast money.
It's the fast money. So what ends up happening is you think that they're gonna develop, you can develop a skill, but that doesn't mean you develop patience to watch your skill blossom. And you're actually crippling yourself when you're outside trying to chase the fast life, chase the fast dollar, and not willing to settle for the actual thing that takes a long time. But remember this,
I agree with
as
the
fast as you get it is as fast as you lose it.
I'm not arguing with you, but you can't. That's not everybody's story. Though.
It's
We
90%.
can't say everybody selling
90%.
drugs or everybody in the strip
90%.
club.
Oh, wait, stop. I think y'all were
90%.
saying the same. I think we're actually all saying the same thing because you may.
No,
you
I'm
may-
not saying what Amanda's
She's
saying.
talking about the
No.
Cinderella stories.
No,
I'm not.
But you have, well, Rico, you have a very good point about developing the patience because you can't tell me if you were great at selling drugs that you can't be great at buying and flipping houses and managing a real estate portfolio because you still have the business acumen. You still have to know these drugs gotta sell.
I don't think that you will be good at fixing and flipping houses. I think you will be good at management. I think you could run the projects.
Well,
like if you bought a building in the projects, because you know when somebody's trying to get over on you on rent.
Well, but
like, I know you're lying, nigga.
But Alan, you still gotta look at it like this.
That's
you
a
still
skill.
already know what your incremental costs are. You still gotta know how to manage that. So you're doing like the administrative work. You're not, putting roofs on yourself.
But what I'm saying is this to Amanda. This is all I'm saying. To me,
y'all saying the same
my
thing.
opinion, Amanda.
But Amanda's talking
If
about
you if you really out here outside as a girl, if you're a girl and you consider yourself a baddie and you get it, you know how you show you get it? Get a dude to buy you an investment property under your own name. That to me, you getting it.
Yeah.
Get a dude to buy shit for you under your own name, because that's if a dude is in Brooklyn and he's getting it. And he buys you a $600,000 two-family under your own name.
Lick.
You came up. But if he's, like, to me, I respect that.
Yeah.
Because that means you
That's
know.
something to
You can
respect.
still flip a Birkin.
That means that you have
Go
the
get your
skills.
two-family.
Like, a lot of girls got the skills to get a dude to take him on vacation. They got the skills to get a dude to get him a Birkin. They got the skills to do certain things. But do you have a skill to get a man to buy you real estate? Do you really have those skills?
Alan, I think in order for that, you have to have expressed that is your interest. Because the thing is that if somebody just goes and buys you a bag, I think you've probably expressed that you like bags.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, why would they even buy that? Because if somebody bought me a Birkin, I'd be like, if my husband bought me that, I'd be like, why would you buy me this?
No, honestly,
'Cause
I just think
never
that's a
expressed
thing.
that.
Like niggas buying Birkins
No, but-
because women like Birkins.
No, can I tell you something?
That's actually stupid.
That's what I. This is
Like,
what I.
why would you buy me something I don't want or don't
Yeah,
But
I got
I'm sorry.
this chick,
If
and
I
like
wasn't
her, I'm about to
married,
buy her a Birkin.
I would probably, honestly, if I was married and I had no skills, like no skills, I would probably be a gigolo. And I'd probably have me some rich woman living somewhere in Manhattan on the east side. And I'd just be, and
ain't
I
nothing wrong with
promise you,
that,
I
you
would be
know what I'm
okay. I would be fine.
Well, if you find out her
shit.
if you find out her
Ain't gonna be no jewelry. You buy that condo.
But this is the thing
Seriously.
though. But here's the thing.
You can still flip that though.
You gotta think about we're missing a very specific part to this point, especially you, Amanda.
Ooh.
The type of people who are willing to go outside typically have given up on all the other possibilities.
Explain, keep going.
So, or all the other routes, or all the other options, the people that are going outside and living the fast life. When you decide to jump out, and especially if you're a dude selling drugs, you now know every day you're risking your life. Every day you're running into possible.
You gave up on every
You
option.
gave up on all the other options.
Even if you could have been a plumber, even if
you could have been a doctor,
architect,
a lawyer,
you kind of
Or did you not consider those as even like viable
Either
options?
or.
A lot of these dudes are very smart.
Yeah, you're just pushing it away.
Very
No,
intelligent.
but that's what I'm
And
saying.
same thing with those women, though. Those women that
very
want to
smart.
jump into the fast lane are smart enough to do a lot of other things. But once you completely block out, all the other possible routes that you could take in your life, and you start to dive into these things, like they don't call this the trap for no reason. It's called the trap because you're trapped. Once you get consumed in it, there's no getting out of it.
And the thing is, like, if nobody wants
the
to
most
believe
part,
what I'm,
okay? It's not
what I'm about to
100%.
say, and I know we got to wrap up, but if you, for 8 at the table, all I'm saying is, like, especially people of color, is like,
Do both. Sell
we're in
drugs
a
and buy
hole.
houses.
We're in a hole. Like, they said the best way to get out of a hole, the best way you can get out of a hole? Stop digging.
Facts.
Like, stop
'cause you're gonna
digging
keep-
yourself deeper into a hole. And I know everybody's like, yo, this is a relationship show. They talk relationship. Yeah, because you need somebody to be with you to help you build. And if somebody know they could terrorize you and you get nothing out of it, all they doing is fucking with your emotions and wasting your years, what's the point?
Yeah.
You got nothing. You're not gonna build nothing. And then on the other side of that, you're gonna be like, yo, look, I respect a woman who makes a man, and I'm dead ass serious. I'm talking about respect. If I see her, I take my hat off. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, Alan, he paid through all my school, including my master's. He dropped 90,000 just for me to get my this degree. He dropped 150 for that. Word? Yeah. I just graduated. I'm 31. How can I not give you? Go be a thought now. Like now it makes sense. But you can't just.
My uncle did that.
Don't ever
Go
say
be
that.
a thought now.
I will be so upset. Fellas, don't do that. Like, all
Hey,
right.
no, listen, my uncle did that for my aunt.
But okay, but here's the
But
thing.
was she a thought after?
No, it's
No, she was
her.
working.
It's
Of course,
her.
he had time to be no damn
It's her
thought.
aunt. It's her aunt. My
And
uncle
how's that
did it for
like?
my aunt.
How's that life?
You know, everybody has ups and downs, but they're definitely still married. You know.
I think that's important.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to come off negative, but they're definitely still
Are
married.
they a burden to society or do they add to society?
They're definitely not burdens. No, but I'm just saying, like I've
Are they
actually
gonna feel
seen
senior
this.
poverty?
Huh?
Or you think they're gonna feel senior poverty?
No, I don't. I think they're smart enough to navigate. They've put their kids through college. You know, I think if they ever need help, they'll have it. I don't think that they'll be, you know, my doctor's a physician, my aunt is a physician, my uncle
So they added to
is in
society.
wine sales,
Yeah.
you know, like they've made a very good life for themselves, you know, but I, when you brought that up about having somebody see you through, my uncle, he gave up a lot, you know, he moved somewhere else to be where my aunt was, supported her while she was in school, you know, so I've actually physically seen this, you know. So it is a testament to somebody, you know.
If you're a
When's his
girl,
birthday?
you know, we have some of the,
I don't know. I gotta look at my phone.
we have a bunch of girls that
Giving
come through here
Capricorn
as
vibes.
guests, and
I don't think she is.
they can finesse a
She
dude
is.
to put them through
She's a
school.
Capricorn. Yo, Capricorn women are the most shiesty, bro. They know how to do.
My mother's a
Oh,
Capricorn.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Listen, I got family that
Marie's like the fuck.
they know how to work
But
men.
look,
Like,
y'all
they
ever
know
see
how to
my
work
family
men.
picture? My dad definitely
ears
was a
ringing.
big pick. Like he was sought after.
A big pic. I've seen
Yeah,
your
like-
family picture. Your mama was cute.
My mother's beautiful.
So what you talking
Yeah,
about?
Cap-
no,
Capricorns
meaning
are
that
pretty
she
people.
still was in competition with the rest. But she landed.
Oh, he's trying.
Wait, when's your dad's
he's trying to
birthday?
talk up his dad.
Taurus.
That's what he's
Your dad's a
Oh,
Taurus?
he's a Gemini.
Oh yeah, so he's cool. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. I like him. He's cool.
Gemini's
Anyway.
Gemini's like texting Amanda, "Hey Amanda," and then she said, "Hi Alan."
Hey.
Boom. Then you text Amanda, "Hey Amanda, yes, can I help you?"
Yeah, word. It's,
Like, what you want? Just get to the point.
I don't eat off paper, so I wouldn't serve you paper.
that's all I'm saying.
Like when-
Amanda, I'm never coming over.
When people came to my house for
wouldn't invite you over.
Thanksgiving, everybody ate off China. Like,
Yeah, of course, that's Thanksgiving.
I would hope so.
no, most times you go to people's houses, they eat off of like maybe like a nice chinette. Like
if I say this, then I'm
nice-
gonna come off bougie. So I'm not even gonna say what
Wait.
I was about to say.
I'm
China.
A lot of people
Not
will
China.
do
China's good.
I'm confused
no
with the
chinette, like the nice disposable
Wait,
plate.
Chinette. I thought you said
No,
China.
no. She said China at first.
You know what I'm saying?
but
It's-
then
but
she
it's like the
said
nice
China.
stuff.
So then I got confused.
Wait, who ate off of Chinette?
It's a disposable plate, Alan.
It's like the nicest of
No,
the
he's
disposable
Oh,
asking-
is it like? Can
No, no,
you
no.
like?
I remember the ads,
Is it
bro.
plastic?
But it's nice.
Is this China?
Okay,
No, it's
It's
China.
plastic.
I remember.
Yes,
Yes.
plastic.
It's glastic.
It's like see
Older
through,
than you. You're not gonna remember
but it's
that.
plastic.
Yeah, but it's nice.
I know. What
But
you're talking
anyway,
about.
I'm just saying,
First of all, I'm fucking
That's like that seems like a cake.
dying inside right now. So.
probably
Chinette.
it's just a brand. That's all. Why
not mad
It's
at
a
it.
brand.
It's sophisticated. That's the shit that makes me.
I'm
That's
just.
that's like going to camp, like that thing that's on the news with somebody went to Popeyes and told her man she cooked for her. Y'all saw that? She bought Popeyes and she bought him a
Popeyes?
plate.
Well, you know, Holiday
It's not
started
made
that.
Chicken.
You heard? Holiday said she did that like a long
She's
time
not
ago.
here to
If my
What did she do?
She's nah, she don't. There's no
How would Popeyes
defending. It's
go?
on
Who
our
don't know Popeyes?
guys. It is on our
Yeah,
channel.
I already know what the flavor
She
tastes
said sometimes my man wants a home cooked meal and I don't got time to cook, so I buy it and tell him I cooked it. I said what?
You can do that with like Boston Market, maybe, or
Okay.
tell Boston
Whole
Boston-
Foods.
First
You
of
can
all,
only do that with.
Boston Market.
Listen,
You
when
can
your
only
when
do
your
that
woman
with
cook,
restaurant food, like an unknown
you-
restaurant
That's
No,
a,
food.
you know,
Guys,
not
time out.
holiday,
No, you
not
can't.
holiday,
No,
but that's
Boston
a terrorist
Market.
move.
yeah, listen, let me tell you
That's a
something.
terrorist move.
If your girl cooks for you, you know what her cooking tastes like. If you go outside, I'm gonna know that it's different.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna say, who don't know outside food?
But just everybody, before we get
Somebody
off,
who's not
just-
getting cooked for and getting paper
somebody's
plates.
abusing you. The best thing that I think that Marie was saying, and I agree with Marie, if somebody's abusing you, they're just fucking like emotionally fucking with you. You're not gonna get out of it by yourself because if you could, you would have already. Get help.
Quicksand.
Get a therapist. get somebody to help you. There are resources. You don't understand. These motherfuckers, yo, they will dig so deep in and they won't get out. Or DM Rico and he'll walk you through it.
I got you, bro. Listen, none of my dudes fail in life.
He's a licensed, get your mind right, motherfucker.
Rico gonna be like,
you know what?
man,
I've
fuck
actually
that
had women like DM me with questions, you know, and I'll give them
Oh my gosh,
opinion.
me too. I love it.
Because we want.
If I have time, I'll respond. So
Because the
DM
truth
me.
is that
I'll be responding. Some girl sent me a whole essay. I said, all right,
you
I'm
have
ready.
to
I'll read
respond,
it.
Amanda.
Yeah.
I did. I
Oh,
responded.
you did?
Yeah.
I responded.
Don't you read like scripts for a living? Like, don't you know you could read them things like 3 seconds?
I don't read scripts for
I think
a
that's
living,
Nikki,
but like, what?
For a living.
Like, no.
That's what you do. You were on script today with your cake and all this other.
But the point is, like, we want everybody to do well in their relationships. And we do bring opposing challenging views because last week we had Good Moms, Bad Choices on the show, and they had their views. So everybody have their views. But the truth is, keep your relationship together. You've been in a relationship now,
Yes, I'm in a relationship now.
and you've been in there
I
for a
haven't
couple of
watched
years
it,
now.
Actually, 1 and change.
So
1 year
one
and change.
good, healthy year, Rico's in a relationship. Aaron's
Rico is
married,
a
of course.
dad, okay? I'm not even in a relationship.
Right.
I'm a parent.
I'm gonna let you guys close it
Wow.
out.
Just
So-
I was like, why did that go there? Why can't you just answer?
Because it's way different when you're a parent versus in a relationship. It's not the same. It was fun. It was fun.
Wait, so you're not in a relationship?
No, I'm in a relationship,
relationship.
but I'm a parent. Like,
No, I just want to clarify.
Audience,
I like
listen,
clarification.
You guys,
I
you
like
guys should put a
clarification.
comment on the bottom if everybody should bring that. We should have 8 at the table spouse day.
They're not ready for that because mine is thorough like me.
My husband got a
Amanda the
word.
Gemini, you get your head bit off. All
Who
right,
gonna close? Will you guys close it out?
You want to bring your
Close
spouse
out.
over here.
Yeah.
You close out, Miss Tardy.
First of all, I'm saying I have a spouse. Do you have a spouse?
Yes, I do. Are you serious? I said
Okay, because I heard you were a father.
No,
That's what
I said
heard.
parent. A father and a parent is different. I think parents actually are like, one and the same.
Rico.
Can one of y'all
Amanda?
do this?
Oh, would you like me to do it?
Sure,
I was
yeah.
telling Rico to do it.
I-
'Cause since he was
I
talking
don't listen
so much.
to you.
Ooh.
You don't pay me. Alan, you want her to do it?
Okay, thank you guys for watching this episode of 8 at the Table. We talked about a lot of different things: emotional terrorists, paper plates, okay, human trafficking. We just got into a lot today.
did.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, what's the other? TikTok.
Yep.
We're on everything. So just go find us and support. Thank you. See you next time.